This week's episode of Virtual Pinball News of the Week is brought to you by the Virtual Pinball Weekly Challenge. We are a group of like-minded individuals on Facebook that love to play pinball. We got 3 tables a week, one being the Weekly League Challenge, another being a midweek throwback, and the Weekend Warriors Challenge. So if you're like me and you like to play virtual pinball, make sure you check us out on Facebook.
Virtual Pinball News of the Week. Yeah, it's geeky pinball. Virtual News of the Week.
What's up, everyone? All my little flippers out there, I am GG Pinball, and this is your Virtual Pinball News of the Week. All right, we're trying something new this week. We're live streaming this, so bear with me. You get to see me in all my rarity and rawity. We got a lot to go over today. We've got a bunch of news actually to tackle before we get into tables, so let's get right into it. First things first, let's talk about @Legends Pinball. They recently announced they are putting out a 4K version of their Legends Pinball cabinet. This is really cool. If you don't know about this table, the @Legends Pinball cabinet is a table you could buy pre-made. It's got a 32-inch play field. The original one is 1080. It's got a small back glass, but it has some tables built in. The cool thing about said table is the ability to use it basically as a controller. You could take a PC that's running VPX, which is way more powerful than what they got in there, and you can just hook it up like USB. I mean, there's a board you have to add into the back called the VIBS board to make the back glass work, but all in all, if you are not a handy person, but you are into virtual pinball and you got the money, this is a really cool option to have if you're into virtual pinball. And now, like I said, the announcement being that they are releasing a 4K version of their current cabinet. So this is cool because, again, now you're getting that upgraded playfield. They're upping the size of the back glass, so you're going to have that upside back glass. They are actually making some other changes on the inside. On the original one, they had 2 speakers for their force feedback sound. This is actually going to have contactors. So that is a pretty cool upgrade. I believe it's starting at about $1,000. So a little bit steep. It's, I think, closer to like a 3/4 cabinet, kind of like mine. But I mean, again, this is a great option for people that want to get involved in virtual pinball, get into virtual pinball. They don't feel like they have the know-how to do that. They don't want to reach out to one of these companies that they don't know, because we all know there's companies out there that will love to take your money, right? Yeah, we know, we've gone over this, right? The screw bag over in Australia, right? Yeah, that screwed everyone and their mother over. Yeah, thank God you're gone. Hopefully you're gone. Maybe dead. All right. So, with that being said, there's another thing that @Legends announced actually. For the owners of the old cabinet, they are actually releasing upgrade boards. So the new cabinet is going to actually have upgraded CPU like board in there for the tables that you can buy that come with the table. Now, I think really the weak part of the old system is it's not the most powerful. I mean, you're not expecting it to be a full-blown PC, top of the line, running the 30,000, 4,000 series. But because they're up in to that 4K graphics, they do need to do some upgrades. What I like about this is they're giving you the option to have that same innards that you could swap out in your current table if you have it. So that's really cool. They're not forgetting about the old customers. They are giving you that option to upgrade if you haven't already done the PC thing. So even if you don't want to get a PC, you just want something really cool to start getting into the pinball, this is great. A great way to start. I really do feel @Legends nails it there for the people that want to kind of just mod their systems. I really feel they aim for that. So awesome. Thank you @Legends. All right, next up, we've got Zen with the announcement of the actual full release, the official release of their new Zen Epic engine. So this is now fully released on the Epic Store if you're on PC. This is also released on the Xboxes and PlayStation 4, 5, and the last 2 Xboxes. Your naming convention. I really do enjoy Zen's original. I think they have some of the most creative original tables out there. It's really cool to see them put that out. I'm not the biggest on their recreations. I mean, they are beautiful. They kind of put that cool video game graphic-y extra stuff in there, but I'm going to take VP. But like I said, I do like their original tables. Word to the cabinet owners, I still don't feel that even though this is the release client, they are up to par with the cabinet people. Last I checked, which was only about 2 weeks ago when I tried it, you still can't rotate in game like you could with FX. So really, if you want to play their tables, you do need to probably run it in something like Popper with an advanced script that will actually do the rotation for you when you go in and out of tables instead of trying to mess. Other than that, it's kind of, they don't really give you the best feature. But yeah, this is something hopefully Zen will fix in the future. I know they are trying to say that they do want to give some love to the cabinet people out there, and I'm hoping they stick to that because, again, like I said, some of their originals I really want to play. I want to play that Borderlands table. Borderlands table. Awesome. All right. So next up, this is pretty big news. We're going to talk about the Serum Color DMD format. So if you have ever messed with the Color DMDs for like VPX and whatnot, there's been a few different files. A lot of drama. I'm not going to get into it from the creators, the people in the past that have stolen stuff off of them like everyone else that steals crap in this community of ours. But anyway, this is an open source and it is an upgrade. It's beautiful. Really the biggest thing that I've noticed, the quick update, the quick way to upgrade it is really upgrade your Freezy files. And that seemed to be like all I had to do. That was actually pretty cool. I do have a link that will be down below once the show's over to go over. It actually has a full tutorial on how to install the new files. And if you've ever done Color DMDs before, I mean, it really does add a lot of extra to the tables, in my opinion. I love it. Like I've got the Scared Stiff one up here. This is the first one that was released. I think there's another one in beta too, but this is a release, and it's beautiful. Oh my God, like it's so nice and crisp. It's insane. They're not hard to do, really. It's going into a folder, naming it the name of the ROM that you're playing on there, and sticking the files in. Pretty easy to do. Yeah, this is definitely something you want to keep your eyes out. I'll probably talk about more of these as they come out because, again, just the pure, I'm like looking at this, incredible. Like, it's so crisp and beautiful, and this is for one of my favorite tables of like all time. So this was cool to be the first one. And speaking of said table of all times, let's go into our tables for the week. All right, so Macab has released a version of Scared Stiff. It is Bally 1996 classic with everyone's favorite femme fatale, Elvira. That's right. So this is a mod per se of a table that has been modded and thrown around for quite some time. But what I like what Macab has done is he has given it the updated, that is updated the physics. Thank God. That is one thing. The increase in realism that the newer versions of VPX have brought and ability that we can have now is just incredible. So I think the last time this table had actually been updated was like 2019. So being able to bring in these new updates on physics, and there's definitely some new lighting that I noticed in there too. It's beautiful. It plays close to the real thing. If you've played and compared both, this is probably as close as we are going to get, and it's awesome. Awesome to see. Next table up, we're going to talk about Blood Machines. VPinWorkshop. You know those guys, right? Those guys right there. Let's take a close up. Right. There we go. Yep, that's right. VPinWorkshop, the absolute geniuses that they are, had put out a table last year called Blood Machines. This is an original table by VPinWorkshop based on a movie of the same. While the table is beautiful, they give it their 2.0 update, a pup pack, which is fantastic. I mean, the music alone for this was great. So having the whole pup pack to it, it just adds on again. It's adding on another layer of it. You're to the point now where some of these tables, you can't tell, I feel. If you're playing on a decent cab, you can't tell the difference between a real one. Like, it's getting to that point. Absolutely love this. Awesome. Anytime VPinWorkshop puts out something, I always say it is something to check out and should definitely be on your cab today. Right. Next up, we're going to talk about the Bond 60th Limited Edition by Marty 02. Marty had put out, I believe, the previous Bond, the Dr. No one that came. This is based off of the 60th edition that they released. Again, beautiful table. Marty always does some great, fantastic work. He modified basically the other table, which is in real life. That's the difference between. So yeah, this table is it's gorgeous. If you are a Bond fan, this is definitely one to have. This hits on all of the Bonds, all the different movies. You're just a tribute to one of the greatest movie franchises of all time. Thanks, Marty, for that one. All right. All-Knowing 2022. You're going to get to see all the fun stuff live, like Lub Up Name. All-Knowing 2012 has put out his Aerosmith Pro Stern Tribute table. So this is based on the table of Aerosmith. So this is one of your dad rock tables. He's done a fantastic job here. I believe it's come with a pack. It's come with all that great Aerosmith music. So if you are into those dad rock tables, as I like to call them, this is definitely one to throw in your collection and play the hell out of. All right. One of my all-time favorite tables is Fathom. I'm a big fan of early to mid 80s tables and how they play. Very simple rule sets. Easy to understand, hard to master, right? That's the big thing with them. So Fathom, one of my all-time favorites. This is a color mod done by Redbone, and it is simply stunning. It really brightens it up. He kind of claims in there, you know, purists might not be fans of it. I personally am a fan of it. This table is gorgeous. Biggest noticeable difference definitely is the pop bumpers, and we're going to get into actually a comparison in just a moment. But you can see the pop bumpers here in the corner are that white, and they've got different colors on there. And like I said, he's really made the colors pop on. With this being said, one of the reasons why he also put this out is one of the best versions of Fathom, being the Goldchicco version, has recently got an update. So this is based on the update, and Goldchicco's version has also got an update. Again, updated physics, huge. You know me, I don't usually bring in updated tables unless there is a huge change. And when it's updated physics like this, and especially on a table, something as classic as Fathom, we need to talk about it. So yeah, Goldchicco, always awesome what he does. One of those pioneers in the virtual pinball community. This table, definitely one of my favorites. Now, I'm going to go back and forth real quick so you can see, like I said, this is a lot darker, more realistic probably to what the original Fathoms are. I guess, and see. Bright as hell. But yeah, you can see the difference here. Like I said, first you got the pop bumpers up here that are that blue caps on them. And just the whole play field down in this area is much darker as opposed to, like I said, previous one. You see, they really lightened it up here, lightened it all. Both tables, absolutely beautiful. If you're like me, you're into 80s tables, Fathom is definitely one of those ones that needs to be on top of your list. Anything to me that has that sea-like aesthetic, I'm into. I'm a short guy with it. So yeah, definitely need to check that stuff out. All right, last table we are going to talk about for this week is Thundercats. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thundercats by merlinrtp. So he has put out this table. This is one of those tables I think that's actually been floating around and been modded over years. I think it was originally a feature pinball table, got brought over to VPX, and you're seeing it as it just progresses through time. This has an awesome pup pack. So if you grew up watching Thundercats in the 80s, this is definitely one of those ones that's going to bring it back home to you as you hear all those lovely clips and see those Lionel fighting Mumra and all that cool stuff. So yeah, definitely a cool one to check out. Well, that is about it. I think I'm going to cut it around here. Hope people have been watching. If you like, make sure you like and subscribe. Oh, that's right. There we go. All right. That's going to about wrap it up this week. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I am GG Pinball, and this has been your virtual pinball news of the week. Later, flippers!